Hey, what's going on, guys? Crass Businessman here. Today we're going to discuss the question, should you listen to the haters? Today's quote of the day is, learn to use the criticism as fuel and you will never run out of energy. And that's by Orrin Woodward. So this topic has many snippets that fall under that awesome category that we know I love, conventional wisdom and word vomit. First, let's define haters. I found a great acronym online that displays haters as having anger towards everyone reaching success. And I'd say this is a pretty decent, it's meme worthy. You know, you could see this with, a nice cloud background or something like that. It's a decent definition. If we define haters as these people who give unjustified and solely negative criticisms, then they can kind of be ignored for the most part. However, many people use this as fuel to keep going and moving forward. And this can be a difficult thing to implement. Once again, it comes back to perspective. If you look at the criticism you're receiving, you could look at it like, man, I keep fucking up. Or, man, look at all these haters. Or, man, everyone's got an opinion, don't they? But if we define haters as anyone giving criticism, it's a whole different ballgame. People will equally say, usually, don't listen to the haters. Or, oh, I love my haters. But here's the reality. The vast majority of us do not take criticism well. Personally, it has been a very hard damn road. Maturity takes fucking time, energy, and focused relentlessness. For some, they never seem to grasp it. Usually what happens is someone will offer feedback and the person receiving it either doesn't like it or doesn't think it's accurate, and then they'll get defensive. And this is a natural thing that human beings do, but as I've covered here and there in different videos, natural doesn't always equate to better. For example, your natural reaction to hearing loud noises, is to be startled. But if you work at a gun range, probably not a good idea to be startled at loud noises. Probably not a good thing. But when and how should you be taking criticism then? So I would say that there's a few interesting things, actually. Everyone's feedback actually can be useful, since people tend to think alike. If you find a trend in which people are making the same comments or the same suggestions, it would behoove you to listen to that and investigate. At some point, you have to evaluate what's more important. Getting results, which will come faster the more you iron out your deficiencies, or your feelings in that moment. Here's a hint. The results matter more. The other point I wanted to make is that people will always give an opinion no matter what. But you need to be cautious with where the information is coming from. There was one time that I was dating a girl and working on a sales pitch or a sales script. She called me while I was working on it and asked, what are you doing? And I told her. I also asked, hey, would you mind lending an ear? I got maybe 3 words into my script before she said, wrong. I was a little upset. I was taken aback by it and I got a little defensive. But I did ask an important question. I said, so do you have any sales experience? Any phone sales experience? She said no. And I responded, oh, okay, so then you have no idea what you're talking about. To which she responded by hanging up and never talking to me again. But this does raise a great point. When discussing, what are best practices, what do you think would be a better source of information? An industry professional and an expert, or Joe Blow on the street who doesn't know shit about shit? It's going to be the industry professional every single time. They've taken the time to learn all these different things, whereas, a random person usually isn't just going to know the information. So when taking criticism, understand the source. This doesn't mean that regular people can't know shit. It just means that you need to filter what they say and proceed with caution. Some suggestions might be good. Most of them probably not, just because they're not experts. Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, if you want to model yourself after, mediocrity, then go ahead. But if an expert in your field has something critical to say about what you do, you should definitely listen and evaluate. Even if it's not sugar-coated and it's harsh, strip away the bullshit and figure out what and where the deficiency is. You're an entrepreneur, and therefore a goddamn superhero. Get better because you are better. That's about it for this video, guys. Once again, I'm Crass Businessman. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay productive.